So Zero Skull says Brian Greene is a charlatan. Thank you, Zero Skull. I appreciate that.
Brian Greene story. It's the ZERØ Show episode, Poison Soup. Just add poison. Made with poison from contented poisoners. See fun new shapes. Read from the Yage letters by William S. Burroughs. Sing the shape of her body. Find out what's under the door. Explore Columbus, Ohio's 4th of July Extravaganza, the Doodah Parade. And more. I might always be wrong. Oh, hey, hi, everybody. Hi. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the thank you. Hi, hey, thank you, welcome. Welcome to the show. It looks like this is going to be the last episode from this particular location. Didn't last long. I've been having real trouble, really weird time, kind of bad time living here. I had trouble with one roommate who has moved out now, and some continually ongoing troubles with the landlord, and I am now moving on to what I hope will be greener pastures. This episode is going to be kind of a hodgepodge, which is fine because that's what the show was originally intended to be. I've been doing a lot of special episodes or themed episodes, but that wasn't what I planned, and I just started doing that, and now this is what I originally planned, so I'm doing that. I have a lot of ideas, but haven't been able to keep myself on task most of the time living here, and again, hopefully, I'm moving on to what will be greener pastures. Solo play a handheld game or two, and then I got some fun new shapes, and a story and a song and some other stuff. So let's get on with it. Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoy the show. Without warning, working wearily, without warning, working wearily, without warning, working wearily, worried, railroad workers. Without warning, worried, without warning, working warily, worried, without warning, working warily, worried railroad workers wrecked the real world, which was once a Wild West. Without warning, working warily, worried railroad workers wrecked the real world, which was once a Wild West. Without warning, working warily, worried railroad workers without warning, working warily, worried railroad workers wrecked the real world, which was once our Wild West. So for some reason, when I look at a bag of chips, it looks like this. But when you look at a bag of chips, it looks like this. When I look at it, it looks like this. How come when you look at bags of chips, they don't look like that? So there's a phrase going around these days, get woke, go broke. And I wonder if that's a truism or if it just rhymes. If getting woke means developing awareness and compassion for others, then I don't think that's the way you can actually go broke. I'm pretty sure that when you have awareness and compassion for others, they want to deal with you more often. They'll spend more money with you, and they'll spend time with you. Yeah. If you care about people, they'll want to deal with you. If you don't care about people, they won't want to deal with you. Of course, like many big corporations will actually not care about people, and people will still want to do business with them because they pretend that they care about you. And they'll show you commercials and ads and phrases and say, hey, we care about this kind of person, you this kind of person, maybe we care about you too. And so you'll buy their product. And that's a part of being woke, knowing who your customer base is and knowing how to interact with them in a way that makes them feel good. Even if it is devious, that's still being woke. And so I'm like, if get woke, go broke is true, then spread hate, get paid must also be true, since they both mean essentially the same thing. Spread hate, get paid, get woke, go broke. I think that whether you're woke or dreaming doesn't matter because the people are still screaming. Is that a truism or does it just rhyme? I don't know.
Well, I'm at the corner of Goodale and Park Street. The Doodah Parade is organizing, getting lined up. Missed it last year, gonna have a great time this year. Over here you got the Hillbilly Deluxe. They're going to be pulling in to the parade over here at this park entrance over here. Over here we got a parade taking off. You got tandem bike. Happy free folk. Got a classic 4th of July float from the Ohio Food Bank. Over here we got a Vax truck. Pick up your poop. This is the entry from which the Hillbilly Deluxe over there will come in. We got 3 Ghostbusters vehicles. We got Ecto 614. We got Ecto 1V. And we got the Ecto 47. And then over there you got the Hillbilly Deluxe, and they're all going to come in. They're going to enter at the middle of the parade once it gets started. This is, of course, just the lineup.
Yeah, I know. That's
You got 92.9. which used to be CD 101, which used to be CD 102.5, and now it's 92.9. We got the Tropical Disenchantment. We got Dance Rock Columbus. We got a damn concert going on over here. Just a beautiful old car. We got Disorganizers going on. We got Free Britney.
Thank you. You're doing great. I try to some of this
We got the pedal wagon. We got a beer stand over here. We got the Rocky Horror Picture Show. We got the Galileo. You got the late night slice. You got some druids. You got some parties going, crusted art cars. We got the wine wagon, which actually has a license plate. Wine wagon. We got a Tom Scott Burning Man car. We got another art car with the contact paper.
Like way down.
We got another beautiful old car. We got a puppetry crew.
They pulled all the art cars up. Yeah, we're starting. Yeah, that's crazy. And I do the front.
Hood Panda from Air. And then we've got one more art car, and we've got this whole thing. This is where this thing is kicking off from. We got all the people of Columbus and from around the state and from across the country. And there's Deb Roberts, the Queen of Doodah.
So in August of 1959, the University of Chicago Press was going to publish some works, excerpts from Naked Lunch by William S. Burroughs. It was a student-run press, and the students were in charge of the University of Chicago Press, but then, when the faculty learned that the students were planning to publish the works of Burroughs, they decided to they told the students what? They told the students that they couldn't publish those works. And so the University of Chicago Press was disbanded, and it was immediately reinstated as the Big Table. And it was now no longer affiliated with the University of Chicago. It was just a thing the students were doing on their own. And I have here the second issue. This is Big Table 2. The first one is worth thousands and thousands of dollars. I don't know where I could find it. I happened upon this by chance. And in it we have photos of William Burroughs. We have two representations of him. We got one by Paul Bowles and one by Alan Anson. And then there's sections of the Yage letters, or Yage letters, which would be published later. William Burroughs is probably the first American to ever go looking for DMT, dimethyltryptamine, in the form of Yage, or ayahuasca, also known as Dennis Dress's cappy. I'm going to read from the Yage letters.
So these are my hyperpyramids. This is what I wore to the Doodah parade. That one there. And these are my hyperpyramids. Let's take a closer look at them.
Portions of the Yage Letters, In Quest of Yage, by William S. Burroughs, from Big Table 2, published 1959. Selected by Alex Spires, read by Alex Spires. These letters are all written to Allen Ginsberg. I'm just going to read portions of a couple of them. In Quest of Yage, February 28, 1953, Hotel Niza, Pasto. Dear Alan, I went on to Puerto Limon, which is about 30 miles from Macoa. This town can be reached by truck. Here I located an intelligent Indian, and 10 minutes later I had a Yage vine. But the Indian would not prepare it, since this is the monopoly of the Brujo, medicine man. The Brujo told me he had to be half-fleshed up to work his witchcraft and cure people. The high cost of liquor was working a hardship on the sick. He was only hitting 2 cylinders on a short count of lush. I bought him a pint of aguardiente, and he agreed to prepare the Yage for another quart. He did, in fact, prepare a pint of cold water infusion after misappropriating half the vines, so that I did not notice any effect. That night, I had a vivid dream in color of the green jungle and a red sunset I had seen during the afternoon. A composite city, familiar to me, but I could not quite place it. Part New York, part Mexico City, and part Lima, which I had not seen at this time. I was standing on a corner by a wide street with cars going by and a vast open park down the street in the distance. I cannot say whether these dreams had any connection with Yage. Incidentally, you are supposed to see a city when you take Yage. April 15, Hotel Nuevo Regis, Bogota. Dear Al, back in Bogota, I have a crate of Yage. I have taken it and know more or less how it is prepared. Flashback retraced my journey through Cali, Popoyan, and Pasto to Macoa. We went to visit a German who owned a finca near Macoa. I asked the German about Yage. Sure, he said. My Indians all use it. A half hour later, I had 20 pounds of Yage vine. No trek through virgin jungle, and some old white-haired character saying, I have been expecting you, my son. A nice German, 10 minutes from Macoa. The German also made a date for me to take the Yage with the local Brujo. At that time, I had no idea how to prepare it. The medicine man was around 70 with a baby-smooth face. There was a sly gentleness about him like an old-time junkie. It was getting dark when I arrived at this dirt-floor thatch shack for my Yage appointment. First thing he asked, did I have a bottle? I brought a quart of aguardiente out of my knapsack and handed it to him. He took a long drink and passed the bottle to his assistant. I didn't take any, as I wanted straight Yage kicks. The Brujo put the bottle beside him and squatted down by a bowl set on a tripod. Behind the bowl was a wood shrine with a picture of the Virgin, a crucifix, a wood idol, feathers, and little packages tied with ribbons. The Brujo sat there a long time without moving. He took another long swig on the bottle, began crooning over the bowl. I caught, Yage pintar, repeated over and over. He shook a little broom over the bowl and made a swishing noise. This is to whisk away evil spirits who might slip into the Yage. He took a drink and wiped his mouth and went on crooning. You can't hurry a Brujo. Finally, he uncovered the bowl and dipped about an ounce more or less of black liquid, which he handed me in a dirty red plastic cup. The liquid was oily and phosphorescent. I drank it straight down. Bitter foretaste of nausea. I handed the cup back, and the medicine man and the assistant took a drink. I sat there waiting for results, and almost immediately had the impulse to say, that wasn't enough, I need more. I have noticed this inexplicable impulse on the 2 occasions when I got an overdose of heroin. Both times, before the shot took effect, I said, that wasn't enough, I need more. Roy told me about a man who came out of jail clean and nearly died in Roy's room. He took the shot and right away said, that wasn't enough, and fell on his face out cold. I dragged him out into the hall and called an ambulance. He lived. In 2 minutes, a wave of dizziness swept over me and the hut began spinning. It was like going under ether, or when you were very drunk and lie down and the bed spins. Blue flashes passed in front of my eyes. The hut took on an archaic, far Pacific look, with Easter Island heads carved in the support posts. The assistant was outside, lurking there with the obvious intent to kill me. I was hit by violent, sudden nausea and rushed for the door, hitting my shoulder against the doorpost. I felt the shock, but no pain. I could hardly walk, no coordination. My feet were like blocks of wood. I vomited violently, leaning against a tree, and fell down on the ground in helpless misery. I felt numb, as if I was covered with layers of cotton. I kept trying to break out of this numb dizziness. I was saying over and over, "All I want is out of here." An uncontrollable mechanical silliness took possession of me. Hebephrenic, meaningless repetitions. Larval beings passed before my eyes in a blue haze, each one giving an obscene, mocking squawk. I must have vomited 6 times. I was on all fours, convulsed with spasms of nausea. I could hear retching and groaning, as if I was someone else. I was lying by a rock. Hours must have passed. The medicine man was standing over me. I looked at him for a long time before I believed he was really saying, "Do you want to come into the house?" I said, "No," and he shrugged and went back inside. My arms and legs began to twitch uncontrollably. I reached for my Nembutols with numb wooden fingers. It must have taken me 10 minutes to open the bottle and pour out 5 capsules. Mouth was dry, and I chewed the Nembutols down somehow. The twitching spasms subsided slowly, and I felt a little better and went into the hut. The blue flashes still in front of my eyes, lay down and covered myself with a blanket. I had a chill like malaria, suddenly very drowsy. Next morning I was all right except for a feeling of lassitude and a slight backlog of nausea. I paid off the brujo and walked back to town.
So we've been cleaning out the fridge, and this here is a dish that has been in the fridge since about the time I moved in here. Yeah, it's like ramen and macaroni and spaghetti with chili on it, I guess. And part of a piece of bread. Yeah. Ooh. Is it worth saving the plate for? Or should I just toss it? Yeah, it's been here since I moved in. I'm gonna throw that away. And then what's this one? What's this here in this bowl? Oh my, I think it's meat that someone set to thaw. Yeah, that's old bad meat. It's in saran wrap. Oh, man. Dishes to wash. Hey, Carl, is it good, Carl? Is it good? Is it yummy? Yummy popcorn? Is it good? Is it good? Yummy. What's under the door? What's under the door, Carl? What's under the door? Carl, what is under the door? What's under there, Carl? What's under the door, Carl? And he isn't after something on the other side of the door. We have shown him the other side of the door, and he just starts digging on that side of the door. There is something under the door that Carl wants. But what is it, Carl? What's under the door?
Well, that's for just the, He's gonna find it. He's gonna find it. All your hard work.
looks tired. I think you're going to work yourself out.
Woochie, woochie, coochie, coo. Woochie, coochie, coochie, coo. 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 Woochie, woochie, coochie, coo.
An obscure Earth dialect, Mr. Spock.
Woochie, coochie, coochie, coo.
If you're curious, consult linguistics.
So I'm playing Pocket Mortys here. And I got into a fight, and then I ran from the fight, and I got this glitch where I'm just going on. In battle mode, I can't, apparently I can't approach people and ask them to fight me. But I can't approach any wild Mortys and challenge them. Like here's battle me. But it can't because I'm already in a battle. So I'm playing Pocket Mortys, and there are two things that bother me about it. The first is when you get a defense megaseed, DEFENSE, increases defense stat. So I buy one. Okay. Then I get out of there, go to my items, and I've got a defense megaseed which increases defense stat, DEFENSE. Then I use it. I'll use it on Exoskeleton Morty. And it says I use the defense megaseed and DEFENSE. Did nobody proofread this thing? How long has it been? How long has it been that no one's proofread this thing? And then the other thing that bugs me about the game, I'm a black guy and I want to play as Black Rick. We've got Alien Rick for one coupon. All these fun Ricks for one coupon. I bought these ones that I could get with cash. But you can't buy the Black Rick with cash. There are two Black Ricks that I'm particularly aware of. One is the scientist known as Rick. He costs 10 coupons, and I have 10 coupons. And then there's Afro Rick, who also costs 10 coupons. So I have to go through all kind of crazy stuff, and it's like you get one coupon for every 20 Ricks that you battle, and then for certain things you get coupons, and then you wind up with bonus coupons and that sort of thing. But you have to go 10 times harder to get to be a black version of Rick, and that's just ridiculous to me. No, I'm not saying the game is racist. I'm saying that's a racially divisive thing based on disinterest. Nobody thought, ooh, I wonder if some black guy's going to play this game and be annoyed that it costs 10 coupons. No, they figured that white people would think that a black guy is really cool to play as, and so they would want to spend more to be able to play as the black guy. But then, of course, black people are stuck having to work that much harder just to get the one character who feels like a representation of us. Yeah. Thank you.
Packing away games. Getting everything in order. I'm gonna miss that dog. Oh, how sweet. Oh boy.
she felt chamois. She felt the shape. Chamois. She felt the shape of her body. Chamois. She felt the shape of her body change. She saw the spider slide down and settle beside her. Her eyelids went wide as he opened up his fangs. She felt them pierce her and inject his venom inside of her. She felt the shape of her body change. She felt her skeleton getting melted into jelly. Her flesh dissolved, though her nerves registered no pain. So while the spider slipped her up into his belly, she felt the shape of her body change. Inside out, she felt herself getting swallowed down inside out into that spider's gut. Inside out with no external reference frame. Inside out from where she'd started from. Her conscious entity dwelt now inside the spider, conformally merging with his arachnid brain. She'd been reduced beyond DNA and knew just as truth. She felt the shape of her body change. 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 She felt herself change. Share more.
Well, hey everybody, I guess that's it for this episode. Next time we're gonna be at a new place. Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed the show. Have a good time. Bye.
So Zero Skull says Brian Greene is a charlatan. Thank you, Zero Skull. I appreciate that.
Gotta hotwire this baby.